Hi, this week we're going to do a short mindfulness piece called the 5 senses. This is a particularly helpful exercise if you're having feelings of anxiety or panic and you're in public. So this is a great exercise that you can use when you don't want to look like you're actually doing anything like meditation wise or mindfulness or anything like that. It's a nice sort of little resource. It's a good tool for feelings of anxiety or panic. It can be particularly helpful if you're in a queue. So if you're queuing for something or you're on a bus in a crowded space and you just need to create a bit of space for yourself. This 5 senses meditation is great. It can be done with your eyes open. If you're doing it at home, you can close your eyes as well, whichever feels comfortable for you. But it's more of an exercise rather than a deep meditation. So we'll begin now. So just get comfy. If you're sitting in a chair, make yourself comfortable and use this as an opportunity to relax as well. And it's a good idea as well to practice this meditation standing up and imagine that you are in a queue, especially if you're somebody that suffers from anxiety or panic attacks. To play around with this one at home is a great one because you can use that as a tool and a resource to help you in the future. So we're sitting comfortably now in our chair, or we're standing in our sitting room or in the kitchen or wherever. And I want you now to look at 5 things around you. So I'm going to look around my room here. I can see the ceiling, and keep them really simple. And you don't need to do any big motion. So if you can see, I'm rolling my eyes up. So I'm looking at the ceiling. And now that's 1. Now then I'm going to look down at the floor. Number 2. Okay. Now I'm actually looking down at my runners. Number 3. Number 4, I'm just looking through the window. Number 5, I'm looking down at my hands. So that's 5 things that I can see. Now, the next one is 4 things that I can hear. So I can hear myself breathing. I can hear birds chirping outside my window. I can hear a car in the distance. I can hear the tick of my watch on my wrist. So that's 4 things now that I can hear. Now the next one is 3 things that I can touch. Now again, if you're doing this exercise in a queue or in public, it doesn't have to be big motions. You can put your hands in your pockets and you can feel the inside of your pocket. That's 1. I can feel the material of my trousers. That's 2. And I'm rubbing my fingers together slightly and I can feel this feeling of rubbing my fingers together so I can feel my fingertips. That's 3. Now the next one is smell. So 2 things that I can smell. I can smell the air in the room. Every room is a different smell. You could be smelling the air in the post office or a shop. And I can also smell my perfume. So that's 2 things that I can smell. Now the last one is 1 thing that you can taste. I've just had a sip of water, so I've got the taste of water. You might have eaten a chewing gum. So it's 1 thing that you can taste. So now you've just done a 5 senses exercise. And what that has done, it has brought you right into the here and now. You've looked at 5 things. You've listened to 4 things. You've tried to smell 3 things. Or you've tried to, you'll have to edit that one out actually. So you've tried to touch So what we've done there is the 5 senses meditation, or short exercise really. So what that exercise has just done is brought you into the here and now. So it's taken you out of any feeling you might have had of anxiety or panic. Imagine you're in the queue. It's completely, by looking at 5 things, you've already taken your mind off the worrying thoughts that was going on in your head. By trying to hear 4 things, you're preoccupied listening. You've just tried to touch 3 things, so that's given you a sense of your own self and your clothes and your shoes, your skin. You've tried to smell 2 things, so that's brought you back into the here and now even more. You've smelt your perfume, you've smelt the air in the place, and you've tasted 1 thing. So it's also very helpful to have a bottle of water with you if you are going into a queue or a shop or anything like that. Always try and have a small bottle of water with you in your pocket or your bag, so you can have a little sip if you find yourself becoming overwhelmed or anxious. So if you next time just play around with that exercise and see if you find it beneficial. Thanks.